I forgot to change the title today. It's Make More Offers. Myron Golden Genius. All right. So I talked yesterday about Make More Offers a little bit by Myron Golden. If you don't know Myron Golden, he's author of Trash Man to Cash Man. And he has a new book, but you can only order it on his website. It's called 4 Moves or something like that. I don't have it yet, but I'm sure it'll be really great. It's how to go from, like, I forget, $10,000 to $100,000 in 4 moves. The 4 moves are like number 1, double your leads. Number 2, double your conversions. Number 3, add a $10,000 product. And number 4, add continuity. But if you do those 4 moves, I forget the numbers. The growth is astronomical. And I think it's going to be a fascinating book. So, but yeah, you got to go to Myron Golden, MyronGolden.com, I think, to get the book, or just search Myron Golden book or Myron Golden 4 Moves, something like that. So Myron was talking about the 4 types of offers that you make. Number 1 type of offer is your lead generation offer. Number 2 is your core offer. Number 3 is your premium offer. Number 4 is your continuity offer. That's roughly based after what Ryan Dice taught years ago with the tripwire, the maximizer, and blah 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 blah. I don't know what, right? But it's essentially the same thought concept. Paradigm is what Ryan was teaching, just stated a little differently. But I think he brings up a good point about the core offer. I mean, I think that whole paradigm is true. Ryan wrote about it in a book, the machine, something machine. But I think it's true. Like you probably function the best when you take all your new leads and funnel them into one offer, and then you have your premium offer there. Or in Ryan's case, you had a tripwire, then your core offer, then premium, right? The same thing that Myron teaches. So you have like the core offer, the premium, and then the continuity. So core offer for Myron, he has his Trash Man to Cash Man book. He has his 4 Moves book. And then he has his Make More Offers seminar. Hey, Evan, how are you doing? Good morning to you. So he has his Make More Offers challenge is a real education. Now I'm going to put this in 2 parts. Like, you're not going to get a linear step-by-step process from Myron. Let's be honest here. The 5 days is a sales pitch. It's a very enormously sophisticated sales pitch to get you to buy not a small ticket, but a big ticket. Like, it's a boot camp, I think. I don't remember the price, but I'm sure, I know it's not cheap. Hey, Cam, what's up? So he does this 5-day challenge. And what's fast now, you do learn things in the challenge. It's linear. It's not step by step. If you want the real deal, you have to spend the big money. But there's a lot of inspirational things in it, and he makes a lot of little great points. So that's one of his core offers. And then he has his 4 Moves book and his Trash Man to Cash Man, right? Well, number 1, I haven't really been pushing a core offer, and I think it's a brilliant idea, number 1. And then I think he brings up a great point that after your core offer, you need to have planned some kind of sequence or marketing process for whatever your big ticket is. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be a huge big ticket. Like, And he doesn't call it a big ticket. He calls it a premium offer, because the reason is a big ticket is what you charge. A premium offer is what the customer gets. Good point. So, originally I had Amazing Form at 67, Cash Like Clockwork at 500. Now, Cash Like Clockwork is priced at 1,000, but if they bought it within 30 days, it was 500. That worked gangbusters, and I should probably re-implement that a lot better today, to be quite honest. The 30-day $500 discount worked great. Here, what I found about big tickets, and Cam, this is important for you, is, I mean, this is just my experience. To get people to buy them, they need to get 50% off. They need to, there's a lady named, gosh, what's her name? I'm just on my first cup of coffee, so I can't remember her name. I'm barely awake this morning. I slept like 2 hours late. Probably shouldn't have done that. But what she does is she will reopen her premium offers just for like 3 days or a week at half off. And then they go back to the regular price. And by doing that, hey Gavin, how you doing, man? By doing that, it motivates people. It gets people to buy it. Like I don't know. Robert Plank used to pitch on his webinar his premium offers, and there was no discount. And it seemed to do well for Robert. You know, I don't know his numbers. My experience is that, like, if I'm just talking about if you're selling something that's not live, talking about if you're selling a bigger ticket, and it's like stuff in a box, right? I mean, metaphorically speaking, stuff in a box. They need a big discount and a deadline to buy it. That's just my experience, right? Yeah, thanks for joining us, Gavin. If they don't have like a 50%, a big discount and a deadline, man, those sales are tough to come by. So, I would normally remember her name. Anyway, what she does is she'll just open up her premium tickets once every so often, and it'll be open, I don't know, 3 days or 5. She uses deadline funnels, so it's a hard deadline. Like, it's, if you know about deadline, you can get around deadline funnels, but it's a real pain in the tail end. It's also kind of a pain in the tail end to use, but it's very effective. So she puts it on a 50% discount on deadline funnel and only opens it up for like 3 days or 5 days. And it's very effective. And she does that to new customers too. So a new customer comes in and she immediately makes a 50% discount and offer that they won't see again for X period of time. Yeah, Cam, you know, for me, Cam, it's interesting. I normally wake up at 5:30. I woke up at 5:30 today and I'm like, I was going to get up, and I'm laying there going, well, am I going to get up? And the next thing I know, my wife wakes me up, and it's like 7:30. I'm like, what? Like, I was confused. I'm like, what happened, right? I guess I just fell back asleep. But then it throws me off because I'm not in my regular routine, right? So, anyway, this is my experience about the premium, the offer. It's a deadline and like 50% discount. Now, he also is doing continuity. Part of the 4 offers, again, you have your lead gen, your core offer, your premium offer, and your continuity. And his point is, if you get really great at these 4 offers, number one is you'll take a $10,000 business a month to 100. I think it's 120,000 a month. But that's with a $10,000 core offer. That's a substantial sell. Now he sells those in an in-person workshop because Myron's model is this: they buy the core offer, and then he gets them onto a virtual workshop or a live workshop where he sells them the premium offer. Right now. So, of course, Myron's a stage speaker, but he does obviously sells on webinars and challenges also. but he's a verbal seller. He's not like a VSL seller. He's not like a sales page seller. He's a verbal seller. One of the very, very, very best in the world. He's one of the, listen, I bet he's in the top, I don't know, 5 or 10 in the world at closing, like from the stage. That's why Russell, he gets paid to repitch offers. So Russell Brunson, when he does his 2 comma club, his 2 comma X, and he's selling his 2 comma club, Russell pitches at day 1 or day 2. Myron comes in on either the day 2 or day 3 and repitches it, right? And then he gets paid to repitch it. I imagine that's a percentage. I don't know for sure. But he gets paid to repitch it, and he will just crush it on the repitch. That's how good he is. When the main dude, guy or gal or whoever, has already pitched it the best they can, Myron comes in, repitches it, and will just crush it. Right? I mean, he's one of the so he's worth studying because he's one of the very, 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 very best in the world, right? So anyway, what Myron does is they buy the core offer, and then he gets him on a virtual seminar. In his case, Make More Money, $100 5-day challenge. And then he pitches, which is a pitch for his really big ticket. I think it's $27,000. I'm not sure. It's not cheap, right? I mean, it's all relative because the skills that he teaches are so great that people, I mean, it's crazy how some people, I'm sure it's a small percentage, 10%, make their money back the next week. I mean, in spades. Like they will make 5 times their money back the next week with a pitch, right? I mean, it's crazy the results when you get really, really good at making offers, right? Like the sky's the limit. There is no limit. But anyway, he gets people on a virtual event or a live event. The best closings at live events. I don't do live events for various reasons, although I would make tons more money if I did. Because when you pitch at a live event, your close rate is far higher than when you pitch at a virtual event. The challenges now seem to transcend webinars in terms of close rate. I don't know the numbers. This is how the market's evolved, but I don't have hard, fast numbers on what the comparison is to how this does. Evan says some people just pay that much to just have pictures with him, crazy sums. Evan, I didn't know that, but I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt that at all. You know, my friend Dagan knows Myron. He spoke at one of Myron's events, and Myron's a special guy. Myron's a special guy. He's like, it really, but like, there's a lot to learn from him. Like, he will give on YouTube, his channel is great, but he'll give like an hour talk, and you think you're learning something, and then if you really stand back and look at it, you realize all he did during that hour was answer objections that you have. It's very subtle. Like, you don't realize it the first time out, but when you really stand back, that's what's happening. In any event, Myron charges $100 for make more offers, but what's fascinating is then it's $300 if you want to be in an extra Zoom call with him personally, where he will where he personally helps the attendees. But for $300, you just get to listen. And then for like $500, I think you get he will ask you questions and help you personally with your business, right? And he sells a lot of people on the $300 and the $500, right? So his challenge, which is just a core offer, is very, very profitable up front. But then he makes a ton more money when he makes his offers. I mean, it's fascinating. Like, it's really fascinating to hear somebody that's one of the best in the world at making offers. But what he says is true. What he says is true. Is like, the money that you make is just largely related to your ability to create and present offers. And with all the complexity of the business, with all the ways to make money, with all the noise and the crap and everything that goes on, it's so easy to lose sight of that. Right? And what's funny is it's not like this is not an easy thing to sell to people. Like, so Myron makes millions and millions, like 3 million a month teaching people this, right? But the funny thing is, trying to charge people to teach them how to make offers that sell, that alone is not an easy, in my experience, is not an easy sell. And the reason is because they ain't got an offer. They don't have an offer. They don't know who they're going to sell it to. Myron Golden, Myron Golden. Let me show you his YouTube channel and so forth, because Myron is a special dude. Let's go over here and look at it. And like I say, my friend Dagan knows him and spoke at one of his events. So here he is right here. Myron, Myron Golden, Golden. And Myron's an interesting dude. He mixes in his brand of religion, sort of, with his marketing stuff and his sales. He's kind of a complex dude. But now some of these are short, but then he's got a number in here that'll be an hour long, right? Like, let's see if we can find one of the hour long ones. How to get rich if you hate selling. I bet that one's good, right? Here's his thoughts on building an audience. Here's a couple 30-minute ones, but it's got some in here that are an hour and a half that are really good, right? Here's an hour and 12-minute one. Stand up, speak out, show up. I haven't heard that one. I need to listen to that one. Let's see here. Well, you can go through. Here's one that's 49 minutes. Cash in with government contracts. No, I don't want to hear that. Well, you'll have to go through here, but he's got some in here that are an hour long that are really, really good, right? A lot of them are just 25 to 30 minutes. Now, he says his, other than speaking at events and so forth, his main lead generation is just his YouTube channel, which is interesting. And he doesn't even have like hard calls to action. Here's one of them, like an hour and 9 minutes. He's got some in here that are an hour. You'll see him. Make 6 to 7 figures from the stage is a good one. Anyway, you'll see him here. Now he also has the book. Let's see here, Myron Golden. I'm looking forward to getting this book. So, 4 Moves to Scale Any Business is what the book is about. But let's see here, book, 4 Moves book. Oh, crap. I haven't been showing you my screen. I'm so sorry, guys. Let me go back. So here he is, Myron Golden, Myron Golden, and here's his videos. I apologize. I was sitting here talking and wasn't showing you the videos. If you go through here, you'll find his videos that are like an hour long. They're really good, right? They're really good. And then here's his book, Myron Golden, 4 Moves book. Oh, Boss Moves. It's called Boss Moves. Boss Moves book. And there'll be a link, like, in the description of these videos to order. Oh, bossmovebook.com. Bossmovesbook.com is right here, and it's $29.95. All right, there's the book there. And it's not one of these little thin things, right? This was actually when he presented to couple small inner circles at ClickFunnels, and he recorded it and they transcribed it into a book, right? All right, so that's his book, and then here's his YouTube channel. And you'll learn a lot by hearing him pitch. You'll learn a lot, right? I mean, everything he does is really a pitch, but you also learn from it. He expands your thinking about offers. That's why I like him, is he will expand your thinking about making offers. Now, he has a great one in here called Myron Golden Core Offer. Core Offers. If you will type in Myron Golden Core Offers, how to create a high converting core product. This one is really good right here. It streamed 7 months ago.
How has Shopify enabled your business?
And let's see here.
Shopify has enabled my business to scale in so many.
We're not live?
Oh, there it is. It's like, it's 30 minutes long, how to create a high converting core product. I really, really recommend that one. And then I recommend the Dan Henry interview with him. The Dan Henry interview covers a lot of topics, but it's really great. It's a really interesting interview because towards the end, it covers some really advanced stuff about his challenge and some of his numbers and so forth. Just fascinating stuff. So, it's fun to study people, to me anyway, to study people who are some of the very best in the world. Evan says, I love this video of his, The Secret to Finding People to Sell to Without Looking. Yeah, he does that. He has that whole philosophy about you don't even have to go out and try to find your buyers. Your buyers will come to you if you put out the right content, right? And so interesting stuff. And now I suspect he gets a lot of his buyers from all of his public speaking events, to be quite honest. But his YouTube channel gets high views also. All things blend together and you can't just isolate one of them, right? You just can't isolate one thing. But I do know his Make More Offers challenge is worth the $100 or whatever you spend for it. I went through it. I recorded it. You can't download the recording, I don't think. I recorded it with Camtasia. So I could listen to it again. It's like, man, it's some hardcore selling. You also learn things. Don't get me wrong. You learn things, right? But it's some hardcore selling. But you don't understand that you're being sold. You don't realize you're being sold. It's not like he's pushing. He's changing. When I say selling, I mean he's changing your thoughts. He's answering objections. He's changing your mindset. And it's a mind-blowing experience. You're like, holy crap. I think it's makemooreoffers.com. I don't know. Is pitch without pitch. Yes, this is so true, Evan. He pitches without pitching. Because he's not pushing, he's changing your thoughts. He's changing, your beliefs and your thoughts and how you're thinking about the situation, right? And then that naturally leads to you buying. But he would say he's not even changing your thoughts. What he says is he's changing your feelings. Because he says people act on what they feel. So he's actually trying to change your feelings. But he's not one of these guys that's get so excited. He's not even like Russell Brunson. I'm so excited. I got blah, 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 blah. Or Onyx Singal is how he pitches. He's not like that at all. According to Myron, he's trying to establish his authority when he speaks, right? He's unusual. Let me just say this. Really freaking unusual, right? But really worth studying his videos. I'm looking forward to his Boss Moves book, right? And the takeaway I have today is just, if you don't have a lead generation offers, a 1 or 2 core offers, 1 or 2 premium offers, and 1 or 2 recurring billing offers, then you got work to do. That's the message today. All right, guys, I'm out.